Blast me to the mortal realms! It's time for the Mad Merlins review of Warhammer Age of Sigmar Stormbringer, Issue 12, by Hachette Artworks and Games Workshop. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Warhammer Age of Sigmar Stormbringer review by Mad Merlins. So today we are looking at Issue 12, and we have the pretty awesome looking Stormstrike Chariot. We learn a bit more about Cruel Boys, and we have a fast-paced battle for this week. So before we get into anything, don't forget to of course like this video if you are enjoying the content. Why not subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, as it's the only way you can keep up to date with all my mad content. Don't forget as well to check out all the links in the description down below, including the ever helpful Mad Merlins Patreon, where you can help support the channel from as little as £3 a month. So here we go then, let's take a look through issue 12 of Stormbringer. So I think I'll go straight vertical for this. So here we go, we got a rather large oval base. And here we have the Stormstrike Chariot. It really is a kind of a tongue twister name. So pretty cool kit. Let's get straight into the kit. So we've got the yokes here, we've got the two griff chargers pulling it. We've got the actual base of the chariot, the wheels as well, the chassis, the axles as well, and we've got options as well, which is cool. So you can either have a spear or a bow, so if you have two of these you can make each one look unique. We have the driver here with a axe, and we've got the steering mechanism here, which I kind of find weird. I'm more used to chariots relying mainly on the pullers to direct things, and you need to have reins to pull the beasts in the correct direction. But yeah, really fun kit. Looking forward to putting this together and building it myself. So yeah, always good to have options in a kit, especially one nicely detailed like this. The Griff Hound look pretty cool, or Griff Chargers I believe. They're a slightly bigger version of the Griff Hounds. Really, really nice models. We even have the option of the extra quiver there for the archer. Yeah, we'll see how this goes together in the magazine. So speaking of which, let's take a look through issue 12. Going through issue 12 then, so we learn about realm gates, looking for a scrap. We build and paint our Stormstrike Chariot, as well as adding a collect article for it, and we have a mission with no rules, just straight into the mission with Linebreaker. As by now we should have hopefully everything we need for games. So first off, we've got all about the realm gates. So these are the mystical portals that allow armies and even just individual beings to travel from realm to realm. Realm gates are ancient, arcane passages that link the mortal realms. The secrets of what created the realm gates are how they were formed are long lost, but the value of these portals is immense. Whether a colossal archway through which entire armies may pass, or a small passage in a forgotten ruin, a realm gate allows the user to cross vast distances in mere moments. So effectively, they're kind of like teleporters in a non-sci-fi sort of way. And yeah, they allow you to go from one realm to another. And they are often coveted by armies. Mostly Sigmar will try and build his cities around it so they can protect the realm gates and use them for their own particular methods of traversing the realms and defending the realms. Notably, of course, there was the Realm Gate Wars, which was Sigmar's campaign to liberate most mortal realms from the domain of chaos and securing a network of vital realm gates. This is of course a narrative for the very first edition of Age of Sigmar. Are many types of realm gates. So we got whirlways, which are underwater type of realm gates, often used by the Idoneth Deepkin. The Stormcasts use Sigmar's lightning to descend straight from Azir, so it's kind of like a instant teleportation. The Skaven utilize gnaw holes, where they dig and rip through the veils of reality with their arcane science. And of course there's the tears in reality, of which Chaos Demons are the main culprits for. So, looking for a scrap is our background on the Cruel Boys for this issue. All Cruel Boys are thieves and scavengers. Their society relies on a constant supply of loot torn from the remains of their victims and turned to wicked new purposes. So yeah, a little bit of information here about how the Orcs see society. So, fight, loot and repeat. And then all that glitters, so they are pretty much like magpies. Anything shiny they like to take and to use for themselves. They are the bane of civilization. They will destroy anything. They hate artwork and effigies such as sculptures, etc. They see it as a weakness and will destroy it. They prefer the old epithet of might makes right. And of course, wicked ingenuity. This details that the Cruel Boys are the most intelligent of the Orc races. They are cruel, have malice, are pretty malicious. That's the one. Yeah. They don't look the nicest of creatures and often have jagged weapons and armor. Okay, moving on, we've got our Stormstrike Chariot's battle record. So we can tick the origins of the crew. Stormstrike Chariots are rapid attack units designed to break the lines of Sigmar's enemies. Drawn by fierce and fast Griff chargers and crewed by veteran warriors, a Stormstrike Chariot gathers energy as it races across the battlefield before unleashing it in a deadly blast when charging the foe. So as I was saying, we got a origin for our crew members here. They are part of the Angelus Conclave, which is the most recent conclave of Stormcast that have the much thinner armour and have the twin-tailed comet as their symbol. We got traits of the crew, including, and then we have, and we can name the chariot using the Stormcast name generator. And we got a couple of tick boxes, trio tick boxes at the bottom there as well. Excuse me. So moving on, we got our build guide then, and it's another push fit model, so it goes together quite easily. But just take your time, making sure you line up the components, push them together and click them in place. Apply glue if you would like a stronger fix for your model. Then we got our two Griff chargers here. Then we got the pilot or driver with her axe there. And then we got the crew there with his bow. And you have the option of putting him with a spear as well. And we got a warning to be careful with clipping fragile components. And then we can push all the components together. I believe it does mention that you want to leave it in sub-assemblies. So best thing to do is... Oh, shows right here, look. So leave your drivers, the chariot, and the Griff chargers as all sub-assemblies, so you can paint them as easy as possible. Then for base coating, we want Retributor armor for the charioteers, lead belcher for the actual chariot, and Catachan flesh for our Griff chargers. Then we can pick out gold trim on the chariot and the Griff chargers. Cartel blue on the blue areas for our Stormcast, as well as the chariot and the saddles on the Griff chargers. Cut from flesh is used for the straps on our Stormcast, as well as the bow and the quiver. Lead belcher for the axe and the steering mechanism there. The tips of the arrows. Corax white for the inside of the cloaks and shoulder pad icons. And there we have our finished chariot. So yeah, looks pretty cool. Definitely needs a few more colours applied to it, but we'll get those in a future issue. And our mission for the week is Line Breaker. So we have a line of Stormcast units, so Lord Imperatant, Knight Arcanum, and the Stormstrike Chariot, against the Kill Boss, Swampcaller Shaman, 10 Gut Rippers, 10 Hogwarts Slitters, and a Beast Skewer Killbow. So it's pretty much all the Orcs against just a little bit of Stormcast. Would have been nice to have the Vindictors to help back them up. But yeah. It shows here that we're putting Mystic Shield on the Stormstrike Chariot before it moves, and then charges in, shoots in, and then charges. Then we've got the first turn of the Crawl Boys before we move on. Keep playing until one side has wiped out the other, and then we got our victories or draws there. We've got an extra set of wound counters now that we're getting more and more models, so keep those, clip them off if you need them for games. And then on the back, we've got our next two issues. So issue 13 is a little paint issue. So two rather useful paints actually, Mephiston Red and Wraithbone. We learn a bit more about Gur, and I believe there's some more background information about the beasts. Next up then, in issue 14, we got our Manskewer Bolt Boys, Ogre Moor Tribes, and learning about the allies for the Stormcast Eternals. So there we have it. That was issue 12 of Warhammer Age of Sigmar Stormbringer. Let me know what you thought of that in the comments down below. I think a really good issues. A nice kit. Can't wait to build and paint myself. Definitely going to be doing the Griff Chargers, different colour. And I'll probably be painting it up in the Iron Fanes colour scheme. So red and silver, a little bit gold trim here and there. But definitely looking forward to having a go at painting this. It looks quite nice. Just let me know what you think of this issue in the comment section down below. And of course, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and of course, check all my links in the description below, including that Mad Merlins Patreon. I will leave it there, so thank you for watching, and I will see you next time for more mad content. Goodbye.